Well, how about this? It's camellia time, and Bob Wines has them by the hundreds, no, by the thousands, starting with his famous budded and blooming heirloom camellias. They start at just $9.99. And yes, those shade-loving Super Japonica camellias, they're beginning to bloom right now, and they're just $19.99. And yes, it's time to plant trees, and Bob Wines has a super selection. They're all low-priced shade trees. You buy one, you get one at half price. The same is true for citrus trees. Buy one, get one at half price. So start your year right with a wonderful visit to this 5-acre garden. Bob Wines Camellia Gardens. They're on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala, away from all the traffic, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner & Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner & Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner & Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
Oh, hey, Grandpa.
Oh, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
Hi, this is Brittany from Mike Scott Plumbing. I wanted to take a moment to let you know that during these tough times, Mike Scott Plumbing is still here, ready to help you in every way we can. We know life doesn't just stop, and when it breaks, we know your plumbing doesn't just magically start working again. Mike Scott Plumbing is taking every precaution to ensure your safety by following and exceeding all the guidelines set forth by the CDC for COVID-19, as well as local districts. As an essential business, we are operating at full capacity to ensure we get your problem solved day, night, or weekends. We're all in this together. We hope you are all staying safe during these trying times. And remember, if water runs through it, we do it. 866-314-4443. Call day or night. That number again is 866-314-4443. Mike Scott Plumbing.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named. The man, the myth. The only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz on a Friday. 622-9622 is the number to call if you want to be a part of the program. If you're attentive to your surroundings, sometimes you can help save a life. Prime example, 2 days ago, I saw a car pulled over on the interstate. Saw a guy gauging traffic, whether he wanted to run out into it or not. I couldn't see why he was doing it until I got up closer to where he was. And people were coming to a stop to let him out into the middle of the interstate to remove a big piece of angle iron that was laying across two rows of traffic. He observed it. He pulled over. He decided to do something about it. Probably saved a big accident from happening because he was attentive to his surroundings and then made a decision to help. That's where this story comes from, out of Orlando. There's a restaurant manager who was working as a server on New Year's Day, filling in as a server on New Year's Day. That happens a lot, by the way, in restaurants. When you're the manager of a restaurant, people always call out on New Year's Day, oh, I got an upset stomach. Oh, I came down with diarrhea. Oh, my baby's sick. Really what that is they partied too hard on New Year's Eve and they're hungover and ain't coming to work. Not coming to work. But this restaurant manager, Flaviane Carvalho, was working as a server when she saw a small child with multiple bruises all over the kid. The little boy had bruises on his face. He had bruises all up and down his arms. And she thought something's not right. And then she realized when she went to take the order, they didn't allow the little boy to talk or order food or anything. So she went just out, back over to the service station, but where the little boy could see her, but his parents couldn't see him. And she wrote a note in black with a black magic marker on a whiteboard, and she held it up so he could see it. Excuse me. Took her 3 times before the little kid looked up and noticed it, but all it said on the whiteboard, do you need help? The child shook his head yes. Police were called. She said when she looked at the boy, she saw a big scratch between his eyebrows. She said, I started observing what was going on. He was super quiet. He was sad. Nobody was communicating with him. Officers arrived just before 11:30 p.m. New Year's Day. They spoke with the child. He at first said, no, I fell. These are accidents, bruises, like they will. But he eventually told the police sergeant that his stepfather, Timothy Wilson II, beat him with a wooden broom, a back scratcher, and closed fist multiple times, multiple days. Wilson's arrest affidavit, the officer responded, wrote the child had bruising on his right arm starting from his shoulder all the way down to his wrist. His entire left arm was one big bruise. Child was taken to a local hospital. Police spoke with Wilson. Wilson was arrested that night on child abuse. He was arrested a second time on multiple charges of aggravated child abuse, child neglect, after more interviews with the child. Child told police he didn't get to eat on a regular basis as punishment, and was even hung upside down in doorways and handcuffed and tied to large moving dollies as punishment. So here was a kid whose life was torture. That when the police described it, they said all they could describe is the kid was living in a life of torture. That his parents, his mother and stepfather were letting him live in a life of torture. His stepfather beat him repeatedly, daily. And Flaviane Carvalho saw that something wasn't right. So she wrote a note, reached out to the kid, got him to finally respond to her that, yeah, he needed help. And she started the process to get him help and probably saved this young man's life. I mean, he didn't get to eat on a regular basis. He was hung upside down in doorways by his ankles as punishment. He was handcuffed, tied to moving dollies, big moving dollies. Wasn't allowed to speak. Didn't even order for himself. Nobody communicated with him. Nobody even included him, even though he was at the table with his family. I don't understand what possession. Once again, that goes back to my argument. It's got to have a license to drive a car. You got to have a license to fish. Got to have a license to be a welder. Got to have a license to work in a restaurant as a server. But you don't have to have a license to have kids. And these are the type of stories that lend me to believe we need a licensing system for parents. Because it doesn't seem like either one of these people should have been parents. They beat him with wooden brooms, back scratchers, and closed fist. Now, back scratcher, that little wooden back scratcher, it hurts when you get smacked with it. But not near as bad as when you get smacked with a wooden broom handle or closed fist. And then to deny the young man food? Hang him upside down by his ankles? There's a special place in hell for people to treat kids that way. There just really is. A child supposed to look to his parents as their protector. And instead, this stepfather was not his protector. He was his tormentor, his abuser, his torturer. But thank the world for Flavienne Carvalho, who saw a child that looked like something didn't seem right to her. So she alerted police. They came in, did an investigation, and realized she was right. Something wasn't right. The kid was getting abused and tortured multiple times on a daily basis. So kudos to her for getting involved, getting engaged, seeing something that didn't look right. That's Greg Graham. Greg Graham used to tell us on Ask the Cops. He says, if it doesn't look right, call the police department and report it. What's the worst going to happen? The police come out and it is okay? But you may save somebody's life or save somebody's home from being burglarized or something. Well, this lady saw something didn't look right. She called the police, and lo and behold, she was right. This kid was being tortured. Kudos to her for getting involved. Coming up after the break, after the news, Dumb Crook Friday. 2 of them right here in Marion County. Surprise, surprise, surprise. We'll have that next. Right here on 1370 AM, we are WOCA Radio. We're just outside the food court entrance to the Paddock Mall in the Brick City beautiful and sunny Ocala, Florida. It's Dumb Crook News next, right here on WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
8 people, including the bus driver, were injured after a bus veered off the road and was left hanging on an overpass in New York City's Bronx. The NYPD said the incident happened at 11:10 p.m. Thursday. The MTA said the bus may have experienced some sort of brake failure or didn't properly navigate the turn. John Sullivan, a left-wing activist, admitted last week that he followed a pro-Trump mob into the Capitol in order to document the siege, is now under arrest in Utah. The Justice Department criminal complaint is in conjunction with his alleged participation in the Capitol riot. Mr. Sullivan can be heard encouraging protesters in a video he provided to the FBI. He faces charges of civil disorder, entering a restricted building, and violent entry. U.S. District Judge Barbara Rothstein in Seattle said during a hearing Thursday she's not inclined to order Amazon to put Parler back online. Parler, a conservative social media site, is likely to remain offline at least in the near term. USA Radio News.
Trading involves financial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Past results do not guarantee future performance.
Stock market have you nervous with all the massive fluctuations? With the hope for a COVID vaccine on the rise, shifting political landscape, and the election at an end, it's virtually impossible to guess what will happen next. With Vantage Point, you don't have to. Text MONEY to 411-411 to find out how our technology can forecast market trends up to 3 days in advance with incredible accuracy. Text MONEY to 411-411 to get what you need to stay ahead of market trends and find explosive moves before they happen. Vantage Point's patented technology analyzes huge quantities of global data in seconds. Stop guessing. Start predicting trends 72 hours in advance. Text MONEY to 411-411 and experience Vantage Point for free. Text MONEY to 411-411 so you can protect and grow your capital now. Don't wait. Text MONEY to 411-411.
Go to VantagePointSoftware.com for terms, conditions, and privacy policy.
About Relief Factor on our show for quite some time.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352